Back to our horror. AI is coming. What has happened with AI recently?
So, real Science Roundup.
Yes.
So, this is interesting. So we've actually previously talked about the fact that we had these bots. Was it Wikipedia? That there were bots in various languages over the various Wikipedia languages that were
Facebook
arguing
as well.
over semantics and things like that. Well, this one is actually a Facebook one.
Oh, this is
this one's the Facebook one. So now we are beyond. Are you touching the robot? I don't understand what you're doing there.
He's become one with the robot.
We're beyond the arguing over semantics and languages and these bots like poking at each other. It's gotten worse. It's gotten so bad that researchers actually shut down an AI because the AIs have decided in this, and it was a Facebook AI that they were testing, these artificial intelligence agents that were taught to use the English language no longer used it. They stopped using it and started using a shorthand that they created themselves. So basically they created their own language. Now, the reason being, and what they said was that these AIs worked on a rewards basis. So they would reward them for basically reward it for doing and make it a part of their programming that, hey, this is what you do because this is good and this you get rewarded for and this is, how this works. There was no reward for them to continue using the English language, and these AIs decided it was easier and quicker for them to make a shorthand. They didn't need to use the language, so they cut it out because of efficiency, which is essentially what I'm guessing they're going to do with us as humans.
This is the end.
This is I kind of wanted to pull some B-roll for this to show back there, and I wanted to pull everything from Westworld
Terminator.
to freaking iRobot,
Skynet's
coming. Like they're all of these things that we've seen in science fiction for so long, all of the things that so many people have warned against. I mean, we joke about it and whatever. It's just super interesting to me that this AI totally said, there's no reason I have to use this language. I'm going to make my own.
Yeah, flipped
And we're
us
gonna
the
talk
bird
now.
and said, bye.
Now,
So, quick question then. So,
Yeah.
are you on Elon Musk's mentality with AI or Mark Zuckerberg's thought process?
I feel like there's a happy medium.
I don't think so.
To clarify, are you guys?
I assume
we
one
should
is
wear
for
the
and
two
one's
sides?
against.
right,
Not for and against.
let's let our
so
audience
much.
know the differences of
So-
their side.
So Mark Zuckerberg, people like Mark Zuckerberg, Stephen Hawking believe that if we give way or if we allow the openness of AI to continue, meaning there is no kind of governance, there's no kind of like control over it, AI will run and eventually get to a point where we can't control it, and that's very bad for us. Elon Musk argues that no, technology, AI is technology, should be open, should be allowed to be continued, and you should not govern it in that way.
So
Those are the two kind of schools of thought right now.
two camps. I feel like
So-
it doesn't have to be exactly one or the other. I do personally lean more toward the Elon Musk theory because I agree with him. I believe he said, you told me this, he said something about basically like all of the inventions and like we further science as humans through learning and through mistakes. Honestly, we make a mistake, we learn from it, we use this, and we it's trial and error, and that's what it's based on. That's science is based on. The scientific method is testing, learn from those mistakes, testing again based on the information that you have. So I just feel like I lean more toward that, more toward letting people experiment with AI and learn from that and move and build and everything. That said, there probably should be I don't know. I'm hesitant to say there should be oversight because it just that gets into.
Well,
I don't know. I'm very much more Elon Musk apparently now that I think about it.
Part of the problem with any kind of like government control or whatever is then you're benefiting or things are moving towards a certain group's
Agenda.
view or agenda, as opposed to if it's open and you're able to go do whatever, you get a lot further quicker, and you're able to do it without that kind of oversight or whatever. So.
It's an interesting question. I think at the end of the day, it's inevitable. Someone somewhere is going to come up with it, and I don't know how you stop that.
Well, I also think because it's AI and it's continuously learning. Like even if you view it as it's dangerous and you pull the plug, it could put the plug back in. Honestly, and I mean, eventually,
If
inevitably,
you create
you know,
true AI, then
yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And inevitably, right, you know, everything has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like, the human race will end at some point. It's not going to be...
It's evolution.
Here we go.
It's evolution. It's nothing's forever lasting, and maybe AI is the next thing, or it's something else. But who knows? Like,
I disagree.
it's going to
LuZoCast
happen.
is going to be forever.
But the AI will.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you just saw, take a look at these other videos from this week's LuZoCast. You can find the full podcast on Facebook and iTunes. And for more nerdy goodness, subscribe to LuZo on YouTube and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.